Where do I look when I speak? He said he wanted the camera to see. This is the live. Hmm? Yes. Start? Start now? Start. All right, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to our Auset Transformation and Healing Meditation workshop today. We're here live in New York at Brooklyn Nicholas on Fulton. So if you're in New York and in Brooklyn, come on out and join us. We first want to say how appreciative we are, and we thank God for the safety for each and every one of us who are traveling and who have come out today to join us. And we appreciate your energies, your presence, and we welcome you today. My name is Heksham Auset Hetepetep, and I will facilitate this part of our session where we will get an introduction to Auset, the Kamitic faculty of our spirit responsible for transformation. I'm going to start off by asking you to imagine a world, especially in today's time. Imagine a world where kindness, compassion, love, caring, and mercy are the rule of the land, because that has been instilled in all people who are living and functioning together. Can you imagine a world where every person you encounter is kind? That you're kind to every person? That there is compassion, someone really cares about your day and what's going on with you and how you feel. Imagine, even as we continue to grow into adulthood, starting at infancy, that love and tenderness and caring remains with each of us through all the people we interact for our entire life in society. What would you say to that?
Great.
You believe it can happen? It will one day. One day. One day. Because we are starting the process. In our society, we are programmed to identify with an image, a self-image of ourselves as only being what? When you make a mistake, what do you say? Well, I'm only
Human.
I'm only human. What does that mean? That means understand that humans make mistakes. And I erred, and it's a part of the whole human world to make mistakes. I spoke out of turn. I allowed my anger to just fly off the handle. I stayed in depression for 10 years. I'm only human. You know what happened to me. I have a good reason. In the 1950s, psychologists began to understand, and they identified that there's a component of us that they labeled self concept or self identity. And they said they figured out that if you give people so much, so many particular affirmations, particular words, it can shape and change that person's self identity or self concept, how they see themselves. Wow. Well, they continue to experiment with that. And you know that through some of the books that came along, you talk to your children this way, you talk to your husband that way, you talk to yourself in a particular way. There's a limitation to that self identity when it is coupled with our perception of ourselves as only being human. So when we see ourselves and we identify with the humanness, we identify with the frailties, the flaws, the emotional expressions, the wrong and incorrect behavior. And so basically, in our society, and probably for hundreds of years, we have been cultivated, we have been indoctrinated, we have been programmed to become a better human being. Well, what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? The issue is that correct, the word human comes from the word part humus, right? Which means earth, soil. And it's connected with mankind. So it is a quote unquote the man of the soil, of the earth. It's an earthly being. And yes, we are here on earth, but when we are an earthly being, then we are suggesting, we are behaving, we are accepting the idea that we can express the same level of emotions that animals express. In other words, the human part of our being is the lower part of our being. It's the lower part of our being that is in tune with, naturally expresses the emotions, negative or positive, as well as we say if we're functioning on that level, then we are tapping into the animal part of the spirit, right? It's the human that is responsible for the conflicts in the world. It's the human that is responsible for the crimes in the world, right? People commit crimes because they are angry, they are frustrated, some may have been jilted, and so that emotion comes and folks act on it. We're even taught, our children are even taught, you feel mad, you feel sad, it's okay. Yes, children do. So it's the human, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but it's the human that is responsible for wars. It's the human that's responsible for the disruption of peace. And if we are considering transforming the world, we have to transform ourselves. And so that is why we are here to discuss Auset. You can put it on the next image. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the next image. Take it back. We are here to discuss Auset. Auset is the Kamitic faculty within our spirit that is responsible for transformation, that is responsible for change. It's an endowment placed within our beings, within our spirits by God, that we have the ability to transform and change. We are all a part of that change. We begin that change the moment we're born, in infancy, because Auset is responsible for the process of change, the process of transformation. That process begins in infancy, and then we learn certain behaviors. We learn what's acceptable. We continue to grow into our childhood. We're not the same. Our mind has changed. Our brain has changed. We are not functioning in the same manner. We don't just cry and yell and kick our feet the older we get, as we did when we were babies. When we're babies, that's our communication. You know, when I'm wet, when I'm hungry, when I'm in pain, I have to cry. So Auset is a faculty within us, within our spirit, that governs that whole transformation, that whole process of change from infancy, childhood, adolescence, young adult, through our entire life. Auset is the faculty responsible for psychical, emotional, physical change as well. And sometimes, probably the greater majority of us, because we're here in a society, a global society, where the human is elevated. And so when we become adults, many adults still function emotionally, psychically, mentally, the same way as when they're children. You have adults who may not be responsible, who may not be able to manage their feelings or their responses. And so they may misbehave, or they may not necessarily misbehave. They may not know how to behave in settings to achieve. It's Auset, the faculty within us, that a natural endowment within us that allows us to tap into that principle to make changes under our own control. Where we see our emotions are not supporting us, our behavior is getting us in trouble or not facilitating the success or the results that we want, then we know that Auset is that faculty that we can tap into using her mantra or her words of power, and also modifying our behavior in particular circumstances. We can tap into that change, into that transformation, to grow ourselves spiritually, and to also affect the kinds of outcomes that we're really desiring. Okay? So we have access to making that change. And through ancient spiritual wisdom and teachings, we have learned how to tap in to that energy. This is the season. This particular time in the lunar cycle, the moon cycle, the universal cycle, is a cycle that is in harmony with the planetary energies of Auset, that faculty within us to make those changes. Auset, the principle Auset, when it expresses through us, is kind, caring, takes care of people, is loving. We see Auset. I thought I had an image of Auset. I must have sent the wrong one. There she is. We see Auset nursing a baby at her breast. Heru. Auset is the epitome of motherhood. And we know through motherhood, that natural instinct to love, to care, to attend, to be gentle, to nurture, to cultivate. The child, the family is a natural instinct. Some of us may not be in touch with that because of particular experiences. So it's important for us to tap into that energy to bring forth that faculty that enables us to make the changes in our lives that will further and support our renewal, our regeneration, our remaking of ourselves. Through Auset, we want to go beyond the human. There is a faculty that many psychologists are not aware of, but one day they will be. And that's the divine part of our being. The divine part of our being is elevated above the human. When we function out of the human part of our being, we are vulnerable. We are very vulnerable to the influx of thoughts, emotions, energies. We are very vulnerable. And I'm sure each and every one of us can think of times we said, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. It didn't create the effect that I was looking for. But I'm only human, and that's why I did it. So that means I'm excused. But if we really want to bring forth kindness and caring, compassion, then that means we're talking about elevating ourselves to the divine part of our spirit. And what's so great about the divine part of our spirit? Because in the divine part of our spirit, we are not vulnerable to emotions, the influx of emotions, the misbehaviors, the thoughts that either keep us from doing things, the worry. We become invulnerable to anger, to frustration, to worry, to any emotion that grips your body and your mind, your heart. Emotions grip us. They create tension in the body. And where there is tension in the body, then the mind cannot process and think clearly nor appropriately. And so we become vulnerable to those sensations and those energies. Auset is our pathway, that faculty within us which is embodied as a female goddess suckling her child, because that principle is one of deep receptivity and mothering. Doesn't mean every person has to be mothering, but we want to tap in to that part of us that enables us to elevate and escalate our level of functioning a level of being, that a peace that we can walk with in the divine part of our spirit. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens with repetition, with chanting the mantra repetition, with making repetitive gestures and acts of sincere kindness and compassion and even mercy. Think of those people in your lives who you may have a tiff with right now, or you may be disappointed with, or you may be angry with. Oftentimes, the person is vulnerable to the emotions, and because they don't have the knowledge to restrain or to contain or to control or to manage, then they are susceptible. So gaining a little understanding and insight and compassion for those individuals connects you and places you more in harmony with that Auset energy. I want to say that, are you familiar with people who live in the blue zones? You ever heard of the blue zones? Yes. So when I talk about the faculty of transformation and really actually accessing it so that we can control our own use and manifestation of our own spirit, right? Then we have to understand also it's a natural endowment, as I mentioned earlier. And these natural endowments, when we tap into them, can enable us to actually bring about a state of homeostasis, balance within our own being, where we can eradicate pains that we experience in our bodies. That is an endowment we have. But if we're tense and anxious and angry and worried, then the body, which is designed to assist you with healing, cannot function at its optimal. Okay? There are people who live in the blue zones. The blue zones are several designated areas in the United States, across the world, one area in the United States, where there are groups of people who live to be centenarians, over 100 years old, who are vital, who are healthy, who live full lives. And they live full lives not only because of diet. And each of these different zones, people have different diets. You have people in Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy. I don't know if you're familiar with some of those places. Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, even Loma Linda in California. There are groups of people who are centenarians. And there are commonalities with these people who live long. They have tapped into how to manage the human part of themselves. They have established in all of these places particular lifestyles. They have purpose for how they live and how they achieve, the kinds of thoughts in their psyche that they nourish and nurture. And it contributes to their longevity. So we can tap into this Auset faculty. We can also tap into all kinds of parts of our being for reprogramming how we think, how we function, how we act, how we behave, that can facilitate a more harmonious life for ourselves. It can improve our mental health, our physical health, our psychical health as well. I want to say that when we strive to elevate ourselves to functioning as that divine and achieving, living from a divine state, from a divine, that divinity that is within us, we can actually embrace and live it. And remember, when you are living from that divine space, you are not vulnerable to the emotions, to the negative thoughts, to the self-doubt, to the put downs, to replaying and rehearsing old mental tapes from your past. We are able, they call that person who is able to achieve that an Auset. An Auset. And an Auset is analogous to what people refer to as Jesus Christ. So the actual Christ in Jesus, because Christ is a title, the actual Christ in Jesus says that Jesus is a spiritual being. Jesus is an elevated divine being. In our Kamitic tradition, we refer to that elevated spiritual divine being as an Auset. In ancient times, in our old traditions in ancient Egypt, those individuals who achieve, and many individuals who achieve that level of behaving and functioning were referred to as an Auset. It is documented that there are museums in Europe who have lots of relics of ancient Egypt, and some of those relics they have mummies in their basement. Many of those mummies were individuals who once lived and achieved that level of functioning as an Auset. So what we're striving to do is to elevate ourselves, because when you elevate yourself to living as an Auset, then that's a life of being at peace. That's a life of feeling joy all the time. No matter what happens, if it is a real obstruction, it's not anger that you turn to peace. If you lose something, you lose your house, you lose your car, you've mastered how to maintain peace. If you have something you can enjoy, you enjoy it, as long as it's not harmful. But something that is, many people would call challenging, some would call traumatic, or some would just call a bump in the road. You're not vulnerable to your emotions, and so you manifest peace and you enjoy the peace. You're not enjoying the circumstance, you're enjoying the peace. So that's an enjoyable life. That's a happy life. And Auset, the principle, the faculty within us, that nurturing faculty, that learning faculty within us, is devoted to that level of functioning. She is devoted, committed to living and to raising herself. This is symbolic representation. Raising the child to become the Savior. Our salvation is in cultivating the divine, awakening the divine within us. That's our salvation. And that's our salvation for really everything we need to accomplish and to enjoy life. So she's nurturing that infant to grow, to become an adult that is, you know, the champion of divinity. That is the Heru. That is the Heru she's nursing. And Oser is the principle that we're talking about, that is the divine. Auset is at the hub of transforming the individual. She's at the hub of transforming the world. At the hub. Because would it be a better place if people really, really knew how to love? Would it be a better place in your family, among your friends, wherever you went, if everyone functioned from a place of love, caring, respect, compassion? I would say yes. Right? Auset, the image, mother, great mother with the baby, has been replicated. We see Mary in the Christian religion where she's holding Jesus. We see the Black Madonna all over Europe, thousands of Black Madonnas. And they're representing and they're symbolizing what is needed to foster the change and how to really take the human through the growth process and encode through our spirit as we begin now to at some point become a divine being. So today we are going to meditate to this principle. We're going to meditate to this principle to Auset, and we're going to chant her mantra. I know it's kind of cool in here. I am hoping that all of you who are here are able to experience a relaxed and a good meditation. Despite the coolness, we know the temperatures have dropped in New York. It's important to know that in working on making the necessary changes within ourselves to create the quality life that we desire, it's important that we also embrace and manifest her qualities and with others in our life in order for the change to happen, and also in order for wonderful things to happen in your life, actually. And so what does that look like? That looks like being kind to others. That looks like being compassionate, being caring, taking care of people, especially those people who may challenge you a little bit. And you may have to take some deep breaths and really cultivate sincere compassion. Because people do not know, we do not know. We are growing, right? And as you continue to grow and manifest these qualities, you will have more understanding for those who are still struggling and vulnerable to their emotions, which is very important. In chanting the mantras, her words of power, which are Ong Vang De Hoon, her words of power, Ong Vang De Hoon, it's a watery energy, but it's an energy that helps to stir your spirit to make the changes in you and your life, and to attract in your life what you need to support you in your growth in climbing those next steps to achieve a divine state. So chanting the mantra, people can chant the mantra for 10,000 times, 10,000 times. You can just chant and chant and chant. But if there's no sincerity in the heart, if there are no acts and attempts to respond and adopt the mannerisms of Auset, then they'll be unsuccessful. However, when there is an attempt, there is actual manifestation, there is actual behaving with compassion, with care, with love, mercy, then you only need to chant 20 to 30 minutes a day. Trust me, you will see changes in your life when you begin to work with the mantra and apply in your life the reprogramming old responses to new responses. You'll see different effects. All right. So we want to take control of being able to manifest. And her chant is Ong Vang De Hum Dwa, which means thank you, and Auset Newt. Sa and Ankh. The chant will play. I will guide you through the meditation, and I will give you words. I don't know if you want to come closer, because that bag can come out of that chair. If somebody wants to come closer, away from that door, away from the door. I want you to know that we came into this world to become divine beings. We came into this world to become divine beings. That's why you're here. And one of these many years, with enough of us embarking on the journey, we will encode this into our offspring, into the next generations. Where at some point, right now, infants are born human. They don't have to learn. You don't have to go through a lesson. One day in the future, we'll be born. If we encode enough people, we will produce offspring who will come already with already having achieved that state, because it has really been encoded through generations in time. All right. So what we're going to do today, right now, and then afterwards, we're going to meditate. If you have something to share afterwards, you can. We are going to go into the Auset Qi Gong healing dance, and then we'll close off with a women's connection circle. Even if there's a few of us here, there some of you online, and I hope I'm looking in the right direction. All right. So you're with us. We are going to meditate. We're going to shut down. If you have any worries, if you have any thoughts, if you have anything going on in your head, I want you to relax it, let it go. Let it go. It's not going to go anywhere. You can get back to it, but you may choose to not get back to it. And some solutions may come as a result. All right? So you won't miss a beat if you've been focused on one thought all night, all morning, since yesterday and last week. You can take a break from it right now. All right? I am going to guide you through breathing. I will guide you when to inhale, when to exhale. You'll listen to the chant. I want you to internalize the terms, the words of the chant, And at some point, I'll ask you to just chant along mentally, and we're just going to flow with it. And we're going to focus on an aspect that, and there are many chants, various chants for different purposes that we use for Auset. This is only one. This is only one. And there are many types of meditations that we do to Auset, for Auset. And today we're only focusing on one. All right? Later, I will introduce to you how you can, with full access in its fullness, more meditations, healing meditations with Auset, and other divine principles to help move your needle in your life and to gain access to your divinity. Okay, I will share that with you later. So I like for you to sit in a chair and relax. Palms can be on your legs if you can, and we're just going to breathe, and we're going to go into our meditation. And if you can't hear me, let me know. You can close your eyes. We're in a safe space. Relax. If there's any tension anywhere in your body, tune into it right now and release it. If your jaws are tight, your shoulders tense, just relax and release. If your neck and your chest are tense or tight, your back is tight, release and relax those muscles. Relax your hips, your thighs and your legs. Just relax your entire body. And at any time, if you feel like swaying to the music, just let your body flow. Enjoy the music, the calm. Hold your breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in gently, slowly, and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and chant mentally Ong Vang De Hoon. Breathe in Dwa Auset and Ong Newt. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Feeling peaceful, warm. Breathe in and breathe out sweetly. Breathe in and breathe out. Woo, feeling good. Breathe in. If you feel like swaying, let your body just move. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, feeling peaceful, feeling relaxed, letting go of all the cares. Flow and chant mentally. Auset is that wonderful faculty of transformation in your spirit. It is nurtured by you manifesting your oneness with others as devotion to their cause, devotion to assisting them, which is devotion to becoming an Auset, the divine and highest part of your being. You know, because we are one, essentially, when you help one another, you're also helping yourself. You are opening up the light and the love within you as you share with another. Because you are the likeness of God. You are the chamber of God. You are the vessel of God. When you are devoted to helping, to giving, to sharing, to serving your fellow man, woman, child, you are fulfilling God's plan. Hold your breath and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, relax, and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy the peace. Let it come to your mind how you can help that person in your life that needs assistance, that person who needs compassion. Let it come to you how you can be an instrument of kindness. It could be someone who did you wrong, and that's only because they are deficient. Instead, offer them your caring. Be a source of compassion and wealth to that person. And allow a smile to generate on your face. See it. Let the smile just dissolve all tension. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. If you feel like swaying, if you feel like rocking, flowing to the music, allow your spirit to move. Or if you just feel like remaining still and peaceful, it is through the devotion to Auset, the Hakao, Ong Vang De Hoon, that this is why she is the Lord of power. Your actions, your transformation, your kindness and caring will effect significant changes in your life. What do you do for someone? You do for yourself as well. Bring peace. There's a saying about the gift that keeps on giving. It provides continuous and ongoing gifts. You always end up with more than what you gave. That is the love of Auset. You always end up with more than what you gave. That's the oneness of life. Recall someone else that needs your kindness or your compassion or your caring. Offer them some words of mercy. Generate that smile. Enjoy the chant. Imagine the change in your children or your family, your circle, and with others around you. If you devote yourself to expressing more loving, compassionate, and caring energy toward them, imagine the change. Now visualize giving to that person or that child or that individual in your life where you may be a source of fulfilling a need within them that may help uplift them. See the smile on their face and the smile on yours as well. Enjoy the image. The transformation begins with us, with you, with me. Enjoy. Hetep, hetep, hetep. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, some of you have already come back. Come back, bring your consciousness back to the fore. Those of us who are live, it's a little cool, so we came back a little earlier, probably than those who are in the comfort of their home. But we're here and we're smiling. Before we move on to our next segment, I'd like to know if there's anyone who is willing to share any aspect of what you experienced during the meditation. Is there anyone here who'd like to share anything?
I'll just say just total relaxation.
Can you come? I'm going to go closer to her. Okay. So she can hear.
I just said total relaxation.
Total relaxation.
Yeah, because when I came here with the cold and everything else, I was like pretty tight. And the meditation and the music and your voice calmed me down. So I felt like everything just relaxing. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
We can think better. We can feel better. We can engage with people better
Yeah.
when we're relaxed, right?
Re-energize and refocus, actually.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else care to share anything? Any experience, thought, feeling? It's okay if you want to. Okay. Well, maybe you'll have a little more to say after we get a little movement in here. Because we need a little movement right now, right? Yes. We're going to circulate some energy. We're going to move into the Auset Qi Gong healing dance. And I'm just going to give you a little introduction, and then Mupeksa Mumer Ma'at is actually going to lead us and teach you each movement. But I just want to tell you a little bit about the dance. The dance came through Queen Mother Ma'ashtam, who's one of the Queen Mothers here in New York, a few years ago. But actually, today is the very first time we are actually doing it in public. It was only a small group of us that worked on it a few years ago. And so today, we are privileged to share it with you. It's an introduction. It's an introduction. So this Auset Qi Gong healing dance combines graceful, fluid, rhythmic movements. You can advance it, I think, with mantras, acupressure massage, and Qigong postures. We will be moving, we'll be flowing, but we'll also be massaging, and at certain points we will also be vocalizing the healing sounds, all right? The gentle wave-like movements and circular movements of the hips, because we're going to be moving our hips, they really deeply soothe and massage and calm the nervous system by activating the parasympathetic response, that relaxing, that cool, that repairing, that restoring part of the nervous system. And it places the body in a natural healing state. This practice helps to release stored tension and trauma from the muscles, from the jaws, from the pelvis, from the gut, from the postural patterns, supporting our emotional release, often accompanied by deep calm and joy. It's really going to further your calm and joy. And I just want to say, I'll just share briefly. I have had a whirlwind of the last 2 weeks. A whirlwind of activities and responsibilities and lots and lots and lots of engagement. And there was one point, I think it was Thursday, I believe, not sure if it was Thursday or Wednesday. And the constant output and the constant need to output reached a height for me where I had to pause and reprogram my thinking about what I was experiencing, because I started to experience some tension in the body and some doubtful thoughts. And so several of us had created videos, but at that point I put on what the dance you're getting ready to do, and I just put that dance on and I did perform the dance. And boy, just one round was a total release. And then I put it on and I did it again. Because when we used to practice it, you're geared up and you're ready, but this was really the first time that I was actually feeling tension from all the responsibilities and calls and actions that I needed to make within this short period of time, and the duties. And so I did the dance one round. One round is short, it's about 5 minutes. And I put it on again, and boy, I was like free. I was floating. I was like letting go. It was like Auset just jumped into me. The energy was so rich. I actually released all of that tension. There was nothing but flow. Nothing but flow. Rarely do I give a public testimonial. But that was true. And so I felt so good, I said, I got to do it a third round. And I did a third round. I would say for me, the immediate effect felt miraculous, because my body was really warm. And I don't mean I was sweating or perspiring or hot like that, but I could just feel every muscle had totally relaxed. And the thoughts that were coming had disappeared. They had evaporated. And in the privacy of my own home, I just totally let loose with the dance. You'll see it's not made. You'll do it right where you are. You'll just need arm space between. You'll spread out a little bit. But I just wanted to share that little bit. There's chanting of the mantra combined with calming rhythmic movement, synchronizes the brain, the heart, the breath, the nervous system, guiding the brain into alpha and theta meditative states. Very important for making change. Very important for relaxing the mind and body. All right? As a result, the heart rhythms become smooth, breathing slows and deepens, muscle tension decreases, and even digestion and immunity and cellular repair improve, which shifts the body into a deeply restorative and regenerative state. So, Mukpeksa Mumer Ma'at will show you the points and all of the movements and how it works, and then we'll do it with the before or after. You'll tell us the sequence you'd like to do it. But the acupressure massage, you'll be massaging particular points. The Qi Gong movements that we'll perform, the healing sounds that we will emit, stimulate key meridians. The three areas of meridians are the kidney, urinary bladder, and that will help us to generate and increase our vitality and our reproductive health. We will stimulate the spleen, stomach for digestion, blood, and the female hormonal balance. And we'll also stimulate and apply pressure to the liver point, okay? Along with the sound that will calm irritation, anger, tension. It reduces the inclination or the feeling to be angry. All right. So all of this supports better health, supports digestion, immunity, organ health, the vagus nerve, which we stimulate, and it sends energy to the brain and produces relaxation to the body. So all of this enables us to connect with a peace that brings everything mellow. It enables us to access emotional stability. and overall well-being, which is what we want, right? So, Mupexa Mumer Ma'at, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And I'll be joining you also.
So we might want to spread out a little bit. So you can have like arm distance apart. And I just like to say good afternoon while we're spreading out. Thank you for coming out in the cold. We really appreciate you. And hopefully we'll warm up a little bit while we do the dance. So as was stated, at this point, we're getting ready to learn the Auset Qi Gong dance. Those are footies that I can give out to everybody because as stated earlier, we're going to be massaging points in our feet, right? In our feet. And you might want to remove your footwear. We're going to be massaging points in our feet. So you might want to remove your footwear and you might want to put on these footies just to be a little warmer. So as was stated earlier, while we're getting on our footies, this dance was taught to us by Queen Mother Ma'aj Stam Amen. It is a very soothing dance and mantra. However, we do need to state that if you have any conditions, please modify the steps according to your comfort level. And also, as was stated previously, we are going to be using mantras and healing sounds for this dance. Before we start the music though, let me tell you the specific mantra for this dance. It is Ong Vang Tong. Similar to what we just did, let's repeat it together. Ong Vang Tong. Okay? Now there are basic movements that go with this particular mantra. The basic movements are, before we do the basic movements, let's prepare our bodies to move. I don't think anybody wants to have their back to the door because, yeah, there's a little draft. Like, yeah. So let's prepare our bodies to move. If we need any more socks, there's some more in the bag over here. Those little footies. Do we need any more footies? Okay.
I think this is.
And then these are scissors. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's prepare our bodies to move. What we're going to do is stand with our feet shoulders width apart, right? A slight bend in the knee to protect your knees, okay? And what we're going to do is lean or sway, right? Leading with our hips, right? Just sway. Whatever's comfortable for you, right? Everybody's body is different. We're not trying to look like anybody else. We're just doing what's comfortable for us. Okay? And the next thing we're gonna do is add wavy arms, right? Wavy arms. Very relaxing, soothing, and gentle. Another movement is circle arms. Up and down. Up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Okay, so Those are basically the basic movements. Then there are 4 additional movements, right? And each one of those movements has a mantra or a sound to go with it. Okay, so the mantra, we're going to chant it mentally, like we did in the meditation. The healing sound, we're going to chant it aloud. Okay, so number 1 is a mantra, Vang. Let's say it together, Vang, okay? Vang, when we chant mentally Vang, we're going to be rotating the hips and massaging the navel area. Okay? It's okay. We know how to do it. Rotate the hips and massage the navel area. Okay? So that's Vang. Number 2, Shari. Yes. Yes. And thank you, because when we hear the beautiful voices in the music, we're going to imitate the tone, right, that we hear in the music. Right now, I'm just saying it flat, right? So, Shari. Right, we roll the R, okay? Shari is for the kidneys. So I'm going to turn to the side, maybe so you can see better. When we chant Shari, and a lot of times I do slightly bend my knees, you know, to protect my knees. We bend over, we rub our kidneys. Then we bring our hands down and we rub the points behind our ankles. I'm sorry, no, the inner part. What I do is I take my thumbs, and I'm going to just put my leg up here for a minute. Okay, the inner part of the ankles. Inner part, like that. Good, good. Okay, so that's Shari. Number 3, right? We had Vang, Shari. Number 3 is Shu. Right, Shu. Shu is for the liver. And when we chant Shu, we're going to be taking the pads of our fingertips and massaging the point between the big toe and the second toe. Can you see me? Okay, so we're massaging the point between the big toe and the second toe, right? And before I forget, I just wanted to say that these particular points are designed to help with fear, anger, and worry, just generally speaking, and all the other host of negative emotions that we talked about earlier. Okay, so now let me just get back to the healing sounds. Number 4 is woo. Woo, right, and woo is for the spleen. And when we chant woo, right, we're going to take our hands and form a triangle. Then place the triangle in your lower abdomen, right? Then look up through the triangle space. Turn to one side.
To the left.
Yes. Center. Then turn to the other side, the right. Then back to center and down. Did we get that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see, is there anything else before we start the music? No, I think that's pretty good. Yes, let's just make sure that, and you'll hear me when we play the music, when you hear me chanting out loud, that means for all of us to chant out loud, right? When we are hearing the other parts, we're just internalizing and enjoying the soothing sounds, right? And swaying, right? Okay, so can someone start the music?
You're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Yes. Next, massage. Sherry. 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 City, city, last time. City, city, back to basics. Flowy. Next movement. Shoo, shoo. Last time. Shoo, back to basics. Last time. Back to basics. More.
Free flow.
you're healed and you can freestyle with joy and gratitude for the healing that you can receive. Yeah, I would like to, but I don't know about you all. I just love it. I could keep going.
That's a workout. Yeah.
Okay, now don't go again if you know. It's totally up to the group.
Right here is warm. You want to trade places with me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a heater blowing warm air.
I got one right here.
Oh right, you got yours there. Okay. All right. I mean, it's up to everybody.
After that, I think everybody's warm.
Yeah, good. So we gonna. Do you want to do it? It's 7 minutes long. It's not long. If you want to do it again, we can. Good. Okay, let's do it again. Well, what happened? It's good. Okay. Okay.
How was that?
Let's begin. Next step. Steady, steady. Steady, steady. Last time. Back to basics. Next step. Last time. Back to basics. Next step. Last time. Back to basics. Again. Now you're healed. You have contributed to your healing and you feel free and thankful. And you want to share love with everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Nice.
So beautiful.
Oh,
To you.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My sister, come on here, my sister. It's my childhood friend. Hi, sweetie. I see you here in Brooklyn.
Wow, was that great?
While you were doing it.
Oh, oh, thank you so much.
Wow, we're not even finished. We're getting ready to.
Oh, sorry.
We're getting ready to share some more energy. Woo! That was beautiful, right? Just sharing some beautiful energy. And those, what camera am I looking at for the, that was such beautiful energy. We thank Peksam Umir, my aunt. Whew. Queen Mother Ma'ashtam. We're giving you a shout out. Nasut Ma'ashtam, Queen Mother Ma'ashtam, we're giving you a shout out. Whew, how's everybody feel? Okay, did we liven up anything?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Okay. So we are going to wrap up now this session with the women, and we're going to close with the women's circle. I have a slide for it. It's a chant that was brought down many years ago by Queen Mother in DC, Queen Mother in Inchasra, and it's called Nekala. Basically, this chant helps to foster camaraderie among women. It says, helps to foster the camaraderie women must have as mothers, as sisters, co-wives, wives, creating the proper attitude, atmosphere, thoughts, and actions for consistent and harmonious involvement with one another. The chant will play. We're going to play the chant. We're going to form a circle. We're going to exchange energy that way. And then when they lower, anybody who wants to share can share whatever comes to your mind, your heart. But we just want to, you know, when we perform meditations, dance in a group, the energy is always much higher than it is for us than when we do it alone. And so we've shared some energy. That movement was just right on time, right? And so now we are going to come together. It's Nekala Meyoja, Hisharing Mekosayi. So I am not a singer, but we all have a voice. But I'm just going to let you hear it, and then when they play it, you're going to say, it's so beautiful. You going to help me?
Yeah. I'm not a singer either, but you gotta just let it come out.
But you know, before they made the recording, we just got in a circle and we all sang it together. It's Nicola Meyoja. Oh, Nicola, come, there's a singer. Meyoja. His ring, Mekosai. His ring, Mekosai. His ring, Mekosai. His ring, Mekosai. Meyoja, Meyoja.
Oh, they have it.
Yeah, they have it. Yeah, I just want them to learn it.
Okay.
Is to cultivate and generate true friendships and camaraderie among women. It fosters creation of the proper atmosphere, attitudes, thoughts, and actions for consistent, harmonious involvement among women. It is a call to all African women to have a cohesive bond as mothers, sisters, wives, and co-wives. In the history of Auset society, the sisterhood chant has been utilized to remove obstructions within women that interfere with harmonious and fruitful interaction with others. Whether we are speaking of our children, our mates, our relatives, our friends, or other associates. The words are as follows. Nekula Meyoja. Nekula Meyoja. Yisharinga Mikosai. Yisharinga Mikosai. This chant is most effective when chanted by several women together. It immediately moves women to embrace each other in sincerity and love.
We are joined by our
For
online
more
sisters.
information
Oh, I don't know where the
about
camera went.
sisterhood chant, including readings regarding its benefits, please.
Just allow yourself to flow, relax, carry this energy with you when you leave. Chant, remove the edges, release the tension, and embrace the qualities of Auset: kindness, caring, compassion, sharing, nurturing. See yourself smiling at that person who needs your compassion, your care, or your service, despite their attitude. And know that we are one. May each of us illuminate a bright light as we move forward and continue in our life.
May we all walk together in peace and joy, compassion, love, nurture each other and strengthen each other.
and have compassion for your personal soul. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today.
We need more of this.
I need that music.
Yes, I hope our sisters and our friends who are online enjoyed that. Even though you weren't in this circle, we all were in a circle together. I'm going to ask everybody for another 5 or 6 minutes. And some of you might want to get your phones. You might need your phone for this last piece. I'm going to step over here. And we need I want to introduce you to Kamitic guided meditations. Kamitic guided meditations is much larger than our circle here today. We are international. And right now, I understand we had over 200 or 200 plus people online. 240 people online. Ooh, thank you for sharing this day with us. But I need you to know that Kamitic Guided Meditation is a membership group, a membership site that combines Kamitic, ancient Egyptian, I don't know what that word is over there, wisdom, lunar cycles, and a supportive spiritual community to help reclaim our inner peace and divine power. That is what we need today in the world. That's what we need to imbibe and embrace and embody in the world. It's free to join. There's a free level entry where you can have access. The free level membership includes some pre-recorded meditations and lessons. Live community workshops are available only for paid members. Can you switch it, please? Thank you. Ra'u Nefer Amen. I don't know if you're familiar, but Ra'u Nefer Amen is the founder of Kamitic Legacy, Auset Society, Tawi Network. He founded this community rests on his 50 plus years of research, practice, and worldwide teaching of Kamitic meditation of thousands. We are here today because of him. He has offered divine, ancient wisdom teachings for all these years plus to people throughout the United States as well as abroad. He has helped to cultivate the minds, hearts, and spirits, as well as the behaviors of many people and also hold families together. As head of the Auset Society and acclaimed author of the Medunitaire series, he applies ancient wisdom and modern science to help solve your everyday problems. Amen to that. That's a fact. Next slide, please. So, after exploring the entry level, you can upgrade to full membership. Here's what's included in the full membership. Kamitic Stream, you can listen and learn with a mobile app, all past recordings. Now, when I had mentioned earlier that there are other meditations, that's for paid membership. There is a divine Auset healing meditation. There are meditations to the different faculties within our spirit that are also posted. There are webinar lectures and conversations and do you call them podcasts that are on this site that are available, and as paid members, you have access anytime, any day. You have monthly spiritual assignments and reflection prompts, new tools and resources each month, member discounts on books and courses, and access to exclusive events. So, if you want to join, you could And it says global group meditations guided by Ra'un Nefer All the meditations are guided by Shechem Ra'un Nefer Amen. Eliminate stress, balance your emotions. These emotions really can take people far to do bad things, right? Or to feel ill. So we want to manifest our success. This is the website, www.bit.ly/startkgm. 3 month sessions, 3 monthly sessions. So every month there are 3 sessions. The first session introduces the principle, the faculty of the spirit, and the focus for the month with a talk and question answer session by Ra'un Nefer Amen, who we call Shechem or Shechem. The second week is the guided meditation focused on the teachings that he gave in the first week. The third week, after you've worked with those meditations throughout the week, you come back and people give testimonies of changes and events that occurred as a result of their meditation. Ever so often, there is a fourth session, but it's 3 guarantee sessions, okay? So if you'd like to register, this is the QR code, and that's why I said you might need your phone. You may want to tap into that QR code and register. You can register for free, or you can register as a paid member. All right? A paid monthly member. Okay? And so at this time, those of you who are online, you can have an opportunity as well. If you're not KGM members, you can take a snap of that QR code, and it's very easy to join us. We welcome you, and we thank you for attending. We thank each and every one of you for attending, and we thank God for keeping us safe, relatively warm here in New York, and in good company. Peace and blessings to you all. We say thank you to Shechem Ra'un Nefer Amen for sharing these divine teachings with all of us. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Wait.
I'm a member already.
Oh, you
What you doing? Hey, you from my bed.
Amen.
All of them, all of them, and all of the Chelsea are really good. The Robin